This question is one we get asked frequently, and I feel for parents, I really do. Some are concerned that they're being too strict by not allowing their children to watch mainstream TV. They ask questions like, will putting up parameters cause my children to rebel? And hey, should I let them watch whatever they want? Because at least they're doing it in front of me and not hiding. Well, there's a lot to unpack here, so let's start with the first part. As a parent, are you being too strict by not allowing your child to watch mainstream media? Well, there's a great answer that's found in Proverbs. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction. Do not let go. Keep her, for she is your life. The whole point of that message is showing that children are to heed the words of parents, but within all of that implies a very profound point. Parents are to teach, guide, and guard their children. And so, from what I see, you're perfectly in line with biblical counsel if you choose to minimize or even eliminate mainstream media from your home, if that's what's teaching your children unbiblical philosophy. Now comes the big concern. Will putting up those parameters cause your children to rebel? Honestly, it might. I did. Being a curious child growing up in a so-called strict household, I did my fair share of secret watch parties, but the truth is we all have sinful hearts and we just want what we want. So how can you prevent rebellion being fostered within your household? Well, some of the groundwork should have been done before this point, but there are also some things that you can do moving forward. Let me explain. If you have built up a great relationship of honesty and trust in guiding your children so far, then they should know that you have a pretty good track record of having their best interests in mind. But if you don't have such a good relationship with your child, well, now may be a great time to set a new foundation, so to speak. Apologize for your shortcomings. Share with them how you're going to do better going forward, and make a conscious effort to keep your promise. And yeah, I know, it's humbling, but you expect them to apologize and right their wrongs. Have they ever seen you do it? This is very important. It is very necessary to foster trust, respect, and a good example to your child. So moving forward, it's important to keep the lines of communication open. So before pulling the plug on things that they really want to watch, pray for the right words so you can explain to your children, yes, explain to your children what you desire for them to do and why you're doing it. You wanted information when you were making your choice, right? Well, why not give them that same courtesy? After all, they are just miniature versions of you. Remember, you won't always be with them to make the decisions for them, so now is the perfect time to help them develop their reasoning skills. Have patience and give them room to ask questions and be honest about not having all the answers. And for the answers that you do have, hey, they may disagree, but once you have that conversation and have expressed clear boundaries, then you will both know where you as a parent stands. Oh, and please, please do not forget the love. Your children must know that you love them. Because of your love for them, this is why you're giving these instructions. And you got these instructions from the Bible because of God's love for you. Now, speaking of the Bible, it's such a wonderful and profound book. It gives wise counsel in this regard. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. And you, fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. Okay, let's address that last part. Should I let my kids watch whatever they want? Because hey, at least they're doing it in front of me and not hiding. Well, in short, no. Let's use a somewhat extreme example. What if they wanted to watch?
Whoa, you can't say that.
Oh, are we not allowed to say that on YouTube anymore? Okay, well, fill in whatever extreme case you want, and we'll just go with that. So if it's not okay in that case, then why would it be okay in the extremely serious cases of things like spiritualism or violence or really anything that's not or goes against God's ideal. So to summarize all of this, your job as parents is to guide and instruct your children in the ways of the Lord, but not to force them into serving the Lord. See, force is the thing that elicits these feelings of rebellion, and God doesn't want us to be forced to serve Him or to have devotion. I'm sure as a parent, that may put you in a scary place, a place where the child has to make your preferred choice on their own. Yeah, there's risk in that, but it's the same risk that God took when sending His own Son to this earth, knowing that people would reject Him. Now, many have found solace in this Bible promise found in Isaiah chapter 49, verse 25. But thus says the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible be delivered. For I will contend with him who contends with you, and I will save your children. We appreciate those who have been vulnerable with us and sending your questions. And really, you're literally the reason that this series continues on. So if you're interested in contacting us, all that information is in the description of this video. And if this video was at all helpful to you, please leave a like. It helps with the algorithm so this video gets recommended to other people. So thank you in advance, and I'll see you next time.